You tried to invite BJ up here, did you?
But he didn't respond, so fuck him. I'm not going out of my way. If I invite you and you don't respond, I ain't asking your ass again. You know what I'm saying? And then you want to sit there and bitching and play, oh, we don't invite him and shit. Nigga invited you to shit, you didn't want to come. But that's his fucking laws.
Because I think he said 78. That's a random year and shit like that. I was like,
But
well,
he,
nigga,
but
we
he
all.
was he was too young in '78. You don't remember that the shit that came out? '78 was the year I was born, so I've been ready.
Ah,
We don't invite him to shit. What formal invite? Who the fuck is he? The king of England?
oh Lord.
What you talking about?
Ah, BJ. One, two, three, four, five.
He got the invite and he ain't say shit, so he ain't getting invited again. That
Oh,
was it. I don't want to hear shit about that shit later. Oh, y'all don't invite me. We already did that.
oh Lord. You know what? I think I might have about 12, 11 or 12 albums. I'm gonna have to make some adjustments on my list.
I got 10. But only
Oh,
only 10 was worthy for this list.
you actually got 10. That's what's up.
Got 10. It was 8, and then I squeaked in 2 more.
Yeah, yeah. I might do 11. I'm gonna do 11 for mine because there's one album I have to mention and shit.
One of them I thought was gonna make the list, and she didn't make the list. So 10, the best of the best.
Right. Actually, fuck it. I'm gonna do 12. Fuck it. I don't give a fuck. Because this 78 was such a great year for R&B and funk music.
It was.
So let's do something different than the usual 90s and the 80s.
Yep.
Don't invite me.
Nope. I really did that. You don't respond to my fucking text. I ain't inviting you to shit again. That's how that go.
Uh,
Let him bitch and complain now.
oh well.
See? Try to be nice to niggas, and they wanna play around.
It'd be like that. So this is a controversy with Doshi right now about how she's
See?
a quote unquote industry plant after she got the Billboard Woman of the Year.
Of course.
Um, where was all this clapback when Ice Spice was everywhere? Where,
Exactly.
where was all that clapback? Where was all this clapback when Sexy Red and shit? I didn't hear motherfuckers say they were industry plants. At least Doshi's make good music and shit. Mm-mm-mm. Beyonce's tour tickets are like $700. I'm just like Jesus Christ.
Mhm.
Yeah, motherfuckers aren't gonna pay rent for 3 months. I see. Yeah, shout out to my baby. Mm. I can't. This week, I feel like this week was never gonna end.
Mhm.
When I tell you this week, I literally almost had to punch a motherfucker out this week. It's not even funny. But I'm learning how to watch my temper, I guess. You said what?
I said, "Are you?
Yeah,
You sure?
I guess.
You guess?"
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I didn't get arrested recently, so. What up, everybody? I was watching some classic R&B performance from '78 on YouTube. That's nice. You know how we fucking do. We always the best at it. You know how we doing. First of all, shout out to everybody showing us some love and stuff like that. The donations, the new people that's coming up. Shout out to y'all. Y'all might ask me some weird questions sometime, but y'all official. Seems like everyone's talking about Playboy Cardi and Kendrick Lamar's new collaboration that's coming out. I'm not even a fan of Playboy Cardi like that. I'm hearing this is the most I've heard about him in his whole career. To be real with you. Jesus. But yeah, lately I've just been working on a lot of shit, trying to be creative and shit. I finally actually did another DJ video. I have a feeling you're gonna love this one. All I'm gonna say is it's a Wu Tang video and shit.
That's great. Why don't you drop it on Wednesday?
Cause the DJ videos always drop on Fridays to get the weekend
Okay.
started and shit. Don't worry, the Wu reviews they're coming this month. That's all I'm gonna say. Honestly, as much as I love Wu Tang, these next couple of albums, you get into the post 2000 shit. I'm like, And we already talked about like some of the good ones, like the Ghostface ones that only built
Yeah.
for Cuban 2 and
Uh,
shit. Now we get into the RZA shit. Hell,
yeah.
we already talked about Method Man, the prequel album too. That's the crazy thing.
Yes.
Yeah, Q, thanks for mentioning. I want to talk about this Don Robinson shit before we start. Cause this shit got me on some other shit. Like they said it was her decision to sleep in the car for 3 years and shit. They
Then
said
she
she
not
had like
homeless. I just felt to do that.
you said what?
She felt to do that. Then she not homeless. You chose to sleep in the
Exactly.
car.
Exactly. That's like how Sly Stone chose to sleep in his van for years and shit. And then Jermaine Dupri even said the same thing. Like people have tried to help her, but she didn't want no help. And with Don and shit like that, I'm a huge Don Robinson fan.
That's the new thing. It's like they call it van life. Like people are choosing to sleep in they vans and shit.
I mean, they don't gotta pay rent. Car notes are cheaper than rent now these days.
Well,
Think about that.
I mean, with Trump getting rid of everything. So what you expect people to do?
Right. Hell, honestly, if I had a choice to sleep in my car, then fuck it. Actually, now let me stop because my car. I don't know. If it was a Jeep, then yeah, maybe. If it was a Jeep, but I got a Toyota. But it's ironic too because I saw a post, and I hated laughing at this.
Mm.
I think Maxine had posted, "It's good that we all back together," because they had all the original members, and somebody made a comment that said, "How? Why y'all let Don sleep in the car?" I was like, you know what?
Exactly. What kind of friends we all are? You can let
I
them
was like,
sleep in the car.
they said, why y'all let Don sleep in the car?
Mm-mm.
I hated it. I had to chuckle and shit because literally it's how the universe works.
I know.
Maxine finally came back to Envo. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
maybe we might have hope for Dawn. Hell, if third base can get back together, then Envo can get back together.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
If third base, if all groups can get back together.
There's hope for some of them. Not for all. There's hope for some.
It's like Don Robinson, CO Smooth. I don't know
Yeah.
what's going on with y'all motherfuckers, man. Shit.
I have more hope for En Vogue than Pete Rock and CO Smooth.
You said you have more hope for Don than CO Smooth?
Yeah.
Hey,
I don't see Pete Rock working with him. I just think he's already done with him. And
let me
the fact that if CO was pissed off in the '90s that Pete was working with all these other artists, how you think he gonna feel now that he's working with Common again and he's working with everybody else? Like he's still gonna be in his feelings. I don't buy that whole thing about he's wiser. You still sound bitter. So
honestly, the solo music is trash too. If you
exactly.
try.
So he need Pete Rock, and I blame that's more CO fault. You could have been working with any producer. You chose to wait around for Pete, so I don't see them working again.
Yeah, I
Mike,
don't.
what up?
What up, Mike? Yeah, Mike. I didn't forget you, bro. Today has just been a crazy, stupid day. But yeah, man. Now where's my fight stick with all that? Lord have mercy. Yeah, man. I don't understand this shit. It's like y'all motherfuckers. This is even, y'all don't even have to do an album. Just tour or something. Just tour or something, nigga. Like I just don't understand. Niggas are just so asinine, man.
Dumb mouth. If, as long as it's five mics to you, that's all that matters. It don't matter if it's five mics.
What?
Of course, he asks us a stupid question. Is it five mics? What do you think?
What? Making the Soul Brother?
Yeah.
I got the main ingredients slightly above that one. Above.
If it's five mics to you, that's all that matters.
You know, niggas look at our opinion because we the best.
Well, I'm not gonna answer a stupid question. So if it's five mics to you, that's all that matters. That's all that is.
Ah, damn it. 5 mics. Yeah, man. Just gotta be you, bro. Just gotta be you. I'm gonna go to the bathroom for one quick second and then we about to start. Yeah, but I do hope that she's actually holding her head together and shit like that. That's all I'm gonna say on that. Enigma
I,
said favorite R&B. Oh, go ahead.
I just saw her on a podcast during the pandemic. So did she get homeless after? I
I actually just saw an interview months ago. To be real with you.
don't know. Crazy. My favorite album of the 2010s was Frank Ocean Channel Orange. That's my favorite.
On top of my head, D'Angelo's Black Messiah. Oh, where the fuck is that? You know what? I don't give a fuck about this fire stick anymore. This is getting my last fucking night. Let's just get this over with. That's why I hate this shit. What's up, YouTube? How y'all doing? This your boy Reg in the building. I got my homeboy Try in the building with me. How you doing, Try?
Um,
Alright. Sorry I'm a little bit late today. Had some bullshit to handle, but we here. So we're gonna do a little something different. We're gonna do our top, not different, but fuck it. We're gonna do our top R&B albums of 1978. One of the best years in R&B music and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Try said he has 10. I have about 11 and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, a lot of great gems came out this year when it came to R&B and stuff like that. Some of these albums may be a surprise to some people. You know what I'm saying? But actually, because I have 12, not 10, not 11. I made a mistake, but fuck it. I can run these real quick and shit. But yeah, let's get this shit started. So my number 12 is the Doobie Brothers with Minute by Minute.
that's on my list.
So that's on your list too.
Yes.
Got you.
It's way higher though.
Technically, I got you. Technically, I can put this on rock. I can put this in R&B and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like it has definitely more of an R&B vibe to it. You know, the Doobie Brothers consist of, this is like the Michael McDonald and Doobie Brothers and everything like that too. When they had like a more blue-eyed soul kind of ordeal and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, classic album. What a Fool Believes. I love that record. Minute by Minute. Open Your Eyes. Um, classic joint right here. This actually is actually my favorite Doobie Brothers album, to be real with y'all and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I actually love this record. So that's my number 12. My number 11 is Gloria Gaynor with Love Tracks and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? Surprising choice because I'm not the biggest Gloria Gaynor fan like that. However, with this album, she definitely had like a more soulful gospel disco feel to it and shit like that too. Yes, this is the song with "I Will Survive," which everybody and their moms know that song and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, a song I'm not gonna hold you. I'm a little bit tired of, to be real with you. You know what I'm saying? I do get the point. 'Cause I know she actually almost died when she did
Yeah,
that song and stuff like that too. She fell backwards on the concert, correct? Just making sure.
yeah, she fell backwards.
Bingo. Okay. And it has some other joint. I love Substitute was pretty cool. Um, I said yes. You know what I'm saying? This one was pretty dope and shit like that. Is it my favorite Gloria Gaynor album? I'm more fan of like some of her earlier shit, like the Never Can Say Goodbye. I Got You, but I'm not the biggest fan of her like that though. You know what I'm saying? Um, and also too, y'all check out that biopic that came out literally like about months ago. I think like last month and
Yeah,
everything like that too. Actually, not a bad biopic.
that
So that's
almost
my
made it. That almost made it, but I didn't feel like it was good enough to make the list.
I feel you. I honestly just added that because when you had posted this on Instagram, like I was like, damn, I forgot about that record and shit because I was actually struggling which one I was gonna put.
Yeah,
But my number 10, this one's a banger. This might be a lot of people's top five, but is Parliament with the Motor Booty Affair.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Very, very, very dope record and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? This was still peak Parliament from like 1970. This y'all can see the album. Okay, 1978 was Parliament at their peak, in my opinion, and stuff like that. I almost put Bootsy's Player of the Year on this one, but I'm gonna leave that as an honorable mention because there's another Parliament and Funkadelic album I put on this list too. But this one right here, the whole theme of this one is like water and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? Everyone knows Aqua Boogie, a Psycho, the one with the long ass title. I'm just gonna call we all call it Aqua Boogie.
right.
You're a fish. I'm a water sign. Liquid Sunshine, Deep, very dope record right here and stuff like that. I want to say this album had like some of the last songwriting or last input from Glenn Goynes. I want to say I could be wrong though, but yeah, man, this one right here, this is an album I definitely have to talk about at some point. We did do the discography breakdown and the whole
Yeah,
Parliament, everything and stuff like that to Parliament Funkadelic,
yeah.
which I feel like that's probably the best discography breakdown we I've probably ever done on this channel. To be the buck,
Wow.
you know what I'm saying? So yeah, because we did a whole month of Parliament and Funkadelic. That's
You
a
might
whole
have
month.
to rank your own discography breakdown reviews at one
Hey,
day.
that's something like that's coming for the 2000. I gotta get them 2000 subscribers and shit. That's all I'm gonna say. But my number 9, and I really want to put this album a bit higher. To be real with you, is Shaka Khan with her debut solo album Shaka. And give me one second. Debut solo album Shaka and everything like that too. Very dope record. This one was still like on a disco funk ordeal. We were just talking about I'm every woman. We were just talking about that song like literally 2 days ago. And I did say that I like the Whitney version a bit more
Yeah,
and stuff like that too. But the Shaka version is always gonna be a classic. This was known for songs like Roll Me Through the Rushes. We Got the Love with George Benson. That was pretty cool. Sleep on It, you know what I'm saying? I personally feel like she dropped better albums than this one, you know what I'm saying? But this one definitely was a nice little debut for Shaka Khan and everything like that too, you know what I'm saying? Right after this album, she went back to Rufus and they did the classic Master Jam album, which that's actually my favorite Rufus album. So this is pretty much peak Shaka Khan and stuff like that too. That's my number 9. Number 8. Oh boy. This one right here. It's Voice 3 and stuff like that. You gotta show some love to Voice. Voice strikes again.
isn't that number 7 for
So
you? What didn't you have?
excuse
What was your number 10?
My number 10 was Motor Booty Affair.
Okay, number nine. Oh, yeah, that's right. You got the extra ones. I forgot.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Trust me, I almost thought I fucked up too. So yeah, my number 8 is Roy's Voice with the Strikes Again album. To me, the single best album and possibly their last great album, if you ask me. They had all the classics like Love Don't Live Here Anymore, Just a Vacancy, Love Don't Live Here Anymore. I mean, classic joint. You know what I'm saying? Do It. I'm in Love and Love the Feeling. Some of Norman Whitfield's best work is on this album. It's crazy because they actually broke up. Well, Gwen actually left the group, if I'm not mistaken, after this album because a lot of the members was jealous of her. They were jealous of the attention that Norman was giving her and stuff like that. We all know the story with that and everything. But those first three Voice albums, fire and everything. We have to talk about them at some point in this channel. Um, Next one we got is the Isley Brothers. It was a showdown. First of all, rest in peace to Chris Jasper and everything like that too. The late great Chris Jasper and everything. Um, this album Showdown is pretty much another solidly great album from the Isley Brothers. It is definitely they definitely had like a more melodic feel with this album and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? The last couple of albums like The Heat Is On, Go for Your Guns, they definitely experimented like a lot more funk rock and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? This was known for songs like Groove with You, which I feel like that's been sampled a lot of times in hip hop and R&B. Take Me to the Next Phase, Cooling Me Out. I love that record. You know what I'm saying? I mean, very dope track right here. Very dope album. It went platinum as well too, so that should tell you something. Yeah, man. So next one we got. Give me 1 second. Next one is Heat Wave with Central Healing and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? Another great record from a group that I kind of feel like gets shitted on sometimes too, because if you ask a lot of people, if you ask a lot of people and stuff like that, they'll probably say, "Oh, well, this is the group that almost had a lot of songs from the Thriller album and stuff like that, or a lot of songs from the Off the Wall album." Because Rod Temperton, he was the main writer for Heat Wave, and then he does some stuff with Michael Jackson and Quincy Jones and all that shit too. You know what I'm saying? Now technically this album was released in the US in 78, but it was released in the UK in 77. So I'm just gonna go with the UK release date. Fuck it. Um this is known for songs like The Groove Line, Mind Blowing Decisions, Mind Blowing
Didn't
Decisions.
play
Love
sample
that.
there or no?
Yep, they did. The Star of the Story, you know what I'm saying? That's been sampled a lot of times in hip hop too, you know what I'm saying? Leaving for a Dream, love that record and stuff like that too. I think I do have this record, I think. No, it's the first album I got. Fuck it. But yeah, I got a lot of albums and shit, so fuck it. Now we're gonna go into the top five. And this one was a lot hard for me because at least three of these albums could have been my number one to keep it a buck, but there could only be number one, no pun intended, and everything like that too. Number five come from the Jackson Five, or at this time the Jacksons, with the Destiny album and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? Classic album and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Probably one of my favorite albums from them. This is the first time they actually got artistic control. You know what I'm saying? They started producing they produced this whole album themselves. This is known for songs like Shake Your Body Down to the Ground, Let's Dance, Let's Shout. Shake Your Body Down to the Ground. Oh my God, Blame It on the Boogie. Push Me Away. One of Michael Jackson's best ballads. All Night Dancing. Things I Do for You. I mean, is next this one and Triumph are my favorite albums from the Jackson Five. I love the Motown era, but at the same time, the Epic Records era of the Jacksons. Come on, man. Like, sorry, Jermaine, but
Sorry.
hey. Speaking of Motown, my number four comes from Diana Ross with the Diana album.
He was just here.
Oh, damn. I made a mistake. Hold on. I made a mistake. That not that album because that album
That was
came out in
81.
19. Yeah. She had another joint in 78.
The
Give me
Ross
one second.
album. Wasn't it Ross or something like that, Charles?
Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
Ross. This one came out and everything like that too. It's like a new album slash compilation and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But it has some dope joints and everything like that. You know, To Love Again. She remixed Already We Go Wrong. It's pretty much like a remix album, but it's like a precursor of what's to come. So I'm gonna give that one to that. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'm sorry. I had to make a quick change. I'm sorry. I gotta make a quick change, but
What's
I'm
going
gonna put
on
the.
was in 78. You're way off.
You said what?
No, if I'm reading the comment, what's going on was in 78. That was years
Oh,
before.
oh shit. All right, so I made a mistake. I'm gonna put my number. My number four is gonna be Bootsy Collins' Play of the Year. I'll make that my number four and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because that album right there, that might be my favorite Bootsy album. To be real with you, that was known for songs like Very Yes, May the Force Be With You, Bootzilla, Hollywood Squares. I mean, he went in on this album and stuff like that. Production was very dope and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these songs sound better live, if you ask me. So this is definitely a classic album. Definitely need to talk about this album at some point. Speaking of Parliament and Funkadelic, my number three is Funkadelic with One
You
Nation
got both of
Under
them.
a.
You got both of them on your list.
I know,
Wow.
I know. That's how much of a
See,
fan of Parliament and Funkadelic I am and shit. You know, they 1978. That was their peak. That was their peak right there and shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and I mind you, they had like the Brides of Frankenstein, the Parlay, all that shit. Junie Morrison had an album that came out around '79 and shit too. Kenny said, "Damn, you right, Slim." All right, but yeah, my number three is One Nation Under a Groove. To me, maybe the best Parliament Funkadelic album ever. You know what I'm saying? Julie Morrison came to this group and shit. This has songs like the Doodoo Chasers, um, title track. You know what I'm saying? Into you now.
into
In,
you, yeah.
come on, man.
That's my joint.
Fucking Junie and Ray Davis on the. Oh my god. Actually, if Junie and Ray and Gary Scheider had a fucking group, all three of them, they would have easily killed any motherfucker and shit like that, man. Just the vocals, instrumentation, and everything like that too. Who says a funk band can't play rock? Just Funkadelic not losing their rock edge and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I love this album. I'm so glad we actually talked about this album too, because
Yeah.
niggas just want to focus on Maggot Brain and Mothership Connection, which I love those albums though, but this album right here slaps. It got bops, like you say, bops.
I don't say that
Now,
for them. I know. I say hit records. Bops is like for Scissor and your. That's what you like.
oh shit. All right, now my top two. Now my top two can be number one either way. Honestly, number two is Rick James
Mm,
with "Come Get It."
wow.
You know what I'm saying? Yes. Years before street songs, my friends. Years before street songs. This one was dope as fuck. It got You and I, Mary Jane. You know what I'm saying? Hollywood. This album, to many people, this album was what saved Motown, which I kind of feel like that gets kind of oversaturated at times because Motown was still doing good. Because like 2 years before, they had songs in the key of life
Mhm.
and everything like that too. I mean, Diana was still doing shit too. I mean, I feel like with Philadelphia records coming out, that was like the go-to when it came to soul music in the '70s and
Yep.
stuff like that. And then there was funk music, P Funk coming out. Everybody was trying to do different things in the '70s and shit. And Motown had to just keep up keep up with what was going on.
Right.
Enter Rick James and shit, who pretty much changed the direction of the label, if you ask me. So that's my number two. And my number one, if you guys know me,
I
if you
already
guys
know.
know me,
I already know.
you already know which one's number one.
I was waiting for you to say, is it gonna be 2 or 1? Where is Marvin going? I already know.
Marvin motherfucking Gaye, hear my dear. I mean, you guys should know me by now. This is like
Yeah,
my favorite R&B album of all time.
yeah.
This is R&B at its most darkest, at its most twisted. He did this shit to pay divorce settlements. He did this shit talking about, you know what? I'm gonna talk about a
He
whole
did.
marriage and a whole fucking album
Boy, did he ever.
and stuff. Yes.
Man,
At the time, it was a failure commercially and critically at the time. You know what I'm saying? But that didn't stop Marvin because artistically, this was his best one. Yes, I love this more than What's Going On, Let's Get It On, I Want You, Midnight Love. All great albums, but this one, I have stories with this album. Had heartbreaks I had to go through with this album. Had thoughts I had to go through with this album and shit.
oh boy.
Had good sex through this album.
We get it.
I made love to this album. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I beat my meat to this album. I'm joking. Okay. But y'all get what I'm trying to say. Songs like "When Did You Stop Loving Me?" "When Did I Stop Loving You?" Classic. I have to say, "Do you remember all the bullshit, baby?" I had to love that line. "Is that enough?" Which we just talked about 3 6 Mafia. They
Mhm.
sampled that for sipping on some scissor.
Yeah,
Sipping on some sipping
classic,
on some scissor.
classic.
All right. Sparrow and everything like that too, you know what I'm saying? I mean, all classic and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? I mean, falling in love again, you can leave, but it's gonna cost you and everything like that too, you know what I'm saying? I mean, Jesus Christ, this is R&B at its best. It's a shame because I always felt like this album is his most underrated album in his discography. Well, in his 70s. It's almost underrated and shit like that too. Because everyone wants to say, "Oh, what's going on? What's going on?" I feel like Martin Luther King listening to this. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, I love Marvin. I love what's going on. But and that's a classic. If we did a 71 list, that would definitely
Oh
be
yeah,
up there.
that'd
It
be
should
number
be
one.
everyone.
That'd
Yeah,
be
it should
number
be
one.
everyone's list
Yeah.
and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. That's my list. Right, I'm gonna let you take it from here. I gotta find my fire stick remote.
Well, I got honorable mention is gonna be Rick James, definitely, because I forgot I was 78. That's definitely gonna be honorable mention. Number 10 gonna be A Taste of Honey.
Ooh,
I remember this group, Boogie Uggy. That was a big hit song.
it's all
Yeah,
because of
yeah,
you.
it was a band. Now they lost Perry Kibble and Suzanne Thomas. They passed away from the band, but they still got the well, most of the members are still alive, and this was a great album. You had joints like This Love of Ours and Disco Dancing. But I think everybody remembers them for Boogie Woogie. So this is number 10. Number 9, I gotta go with the album that we also did a review on, Chic. Let's say Chic, or however the fuck you say it in French. Definitely a classic album. You had The Freak, big hit song. You had I Want Your Love, disco classic. All produced by Nile Rodgers and Bernard Edwards. Classic album. My favorite. This is my favorite Chic album. Definitely. Number 8, Funkadelic, like you mentioned. One Nation Under a Groove. Um, I love the title track, of course. And Into You was my joint. We did a review on that. What's number 7? Um, Number 7 was the Jackson 5 that you just mentioned, Destiny. Great album. Um, I loved a couple songs on there. It wasn't like one of my favorite Jackson 5 albums, but definitely Shake Your Body Down to the Ground and um Blame It on the Boogie was great. You know, I love the album cover as well. What else? Let's see. Number six. Number six is Teddy P. Classic album. I know this
Nice.
album, man. Classic album right here. Life is a song worth singing. Had to join Close the Door. And When Somebody Loves You Back, classic record. You know, production was great. Miss Teddy P, rest in peace. Then we get to the five. This is gonna be hard, man. I don't know. I don't know. I had to switch it around a couple times, yo. Um, I'm gonna go with I'm going with Prince, the For You album, a classic album. I love it. Um, and you had joints like uh, Baby and Soft and Wet. Um, what other joints? As long as we're together, My Love Is Forever. I'm Yours. I love the guitar playing on I'm Yours. It was real funky. I don't know. People, I don't hear nobody talk about that album. You know, definitely what that was like his first one, right? For You,
Yeah. Yeah.
debut album was great. Great debut album. Definitely enjoy it. You know, highly underrated. And then we got the last four. Last four for me, like you mentioned, the Dewey Brothers, Minute by Minute, classic album. I love that album. Um, we had what's his name? Patrick Simmons was also did some lead on that as well. You forgot to mention Patrick Simmons.
I forgot to. I admit that. You're
Yeah.
right.
So it was mostly Michael on vocals, but Patrick, I think Patrick had like the more country rock voice, and Michael
Yeah.
had like the smooth yacht rock voice. You know, the Blue Eyed Soul. I love the duet that Patrick Simmons had with Nicolette Lawson. Nicolette Lawson passed away in 1997.
No, no.
I believe she had huh?
She did us a lot of love. I love that record.
Right. She had liver failure, and it was something with like her cerebral that she passed away from. But that the duet that he did with her, "Sweet Feeling," was a great record. Had like a smooth country rock, country rock vibe to it. Minute by Minute, love that joint. I believe that's the song they did on What's Happening, right? When they met Roger in the game,
Um, they did Blackwater, taking it to the streets.
they did that one.
Because the
Okay,
Minute by Minute album came after that episode came out, if I'm not
okay.
mistaken.
I
Yeah.
thought I could have sworn they did that on the show though.
It's probably the
No.
Mike Douglas show or something.
Okay,
One of those shows.
yeah. The title track was good. What a Fool Believes, great song by Mike McDonough, killed it. How Do the Fool Survive, which is also a single. Definitely a classic yacht rock album. Um,
Huh.
that was good. Number three is going to be Bobby Caldwell. What you gonna do for love? Another yacht rock classic.
Yes.
Rest in peace to Bobby Caldwell. And he had to join, of course, the title track "What You Gonna Do for Love," which Tupac. That was like the big Tupac hit that came out on the double album. Remember Me? Are You Still Down? You had My Flame, which was also sampled. You have Love Won't Wait. My Flame was sampled by that was on the Biggie Life After Death. That was the Sky's the Limit joint. That was sampled by that was a sample on that. You have Love Won't Wait. Can't Say Goodbye. Just a great yacht rock album. Great artist by Bobby Caldwell. And the last two for me, last two number two. I'm going with last two I'm going with is Isaac Hayes For the Sake of Love.
Oh wow.
He did joint
I
classic
never heard that.
album, classic album, and he had the joint. And that song, I wrote it down. Don't Let Me Be Lonely Tonight, which was sampled by Bone Thugs and Harmony on the Art of War for It's Almost Thug. So they sample like the whole track. So when you hear the It's Almost Thug, that dun, 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 that's from this album.
It's
Uh,
almost
yes,
it's
that's
almost
from that. You have Shaft Part Two. It was mostly instrumental,
Shaft
but
Part Two.
yeah, Shaft Part Two is on here.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, but it's mostly like the first one. It's just like mostly instrumental. You're not really singing. It's all, I mean, they got the chorus on there with the women, but it's mostly like instrumental. You got Zeke the Freak. That was also a single on here. If we ever needed peace, that was also a great love song. But definitely underrated. I underrated Isaac Hayes album. I love the production. Very smooth. Love on the drinks on here. So that's my number two. Number one is, of course, you said it already. Marvin Gaye, Hear My Dear. That's one of his best albums to me. Like at least top three for me in his discography. You know, that whole album, when you hear like even the title songs, like I feel like the title songs he wrote like for his wife, for his ex-wife at that time.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The anger joint. Somebody had mentioned that in the chat. Um, and he had what's the other joint? When did you stop loving me? When did I stop loving you? That was sampled. You had Is That Enough, where he's talking about the judge. You know, he had to get attorneys, and the judge felt like he was judging in favor of the wife, and he needed to maintain her living, her high class living. Um, like you mentioned, I was sampled by 3 6 Mafia for sipping on some scissor, and I loved it. I loved all the songs in here. It was just a great album. You know, that was like his answer to his ex wife at that time. So just
Right.
a phenomenal album.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. I have a few honorable mentions though.
Okay.
Um, you mentioned Bobby Caldwell.
Mhm.
Uh, that album really almost made my list.
Yeah.
There was so many good things to choose from. So that's an honorable mention. Rest in peace, Bobby Caldwell,
Mhm.
one of the greatest soul artists. Yeah, I'm gonna say soul artists, not just blue eyed soul, but soul and jazz and everything like that too. He always does his thing. Also an honorable mention. I'm gonna have to go with Chic's album from '78. I think it's called "C'est la fête." Hold on. Yeah,
Yeah.
"C'est la
They
chic."
say Le Chic.
Yeah.
They say
Uh,
Chic or something like that. It's in French, so it's say
right.
Chic.
This was probably like their most popular album by many people. Me, like it's the best selling album. Me personally, I've been more of like a first album chic. The
Mhm.
Risque album was also dope too. But this one has songs like Freak Out, dun, 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 which they actually did that song because they were Niall and Bernard were trying to go to a party by Grace Jones,
Mhm.
but Grace Jones didn't let them in, or their people didn't let them in. And I think the song was called "Fuck Out," or some shit like that. It's an interesting story. Y'all check out the unsung on Chic and everything. And we also done a review on Chic's first and third album too. So we need to do this one. You got the Sister the Chic album,
Yeah, I
right?
got the. I thought we did this one already. No.
Hold on, let me double check. Hold
Mhm.
on. No, you're right. We did that one. It's the Risque album we didn't do,
Right.
which we need to do that one. That one's fire. But
Mhm.
I'm spoiling myself. Also the OJs was so full of love. This one might be my second favorite album from them. This has a class like "Used to Be My Girl," um, "Brandy," which I've always hated that song. I'm gonna be real with you. I know. Oh, he's talking about his dog. How can you hate that? I was like, ugh. But "Cry Together," that's what saved the album. We cried together. Ding, ding, ding. AZ sampled that. Dipset sampled that. So many cats. Anytime I hear that song sampled, I never get disappointed and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I got about two more honorable mentions left. Cheryl Lynn with her first album, self-titled. You know what I'm saying? This is an album I don't hear a lot of people talk about. You know what I'm saying? Cheryl Lynn. This was years before Encore, years before she did shit with Luther Vandross. She had a song "Got to Be Real." What you find now? To be real, it's got to be real. She always made me laugh at that voice and shit. Give my love to you, which that was actually co-written by Ray Parker Jr. and stuff like that. Back when he was on that group Radio and everything, you know what I'm saying? So, and my last honor mention, and this is one I really wanted to include, was Teddy Pendergrass's "Life Is a Song Worth Singing" and everything like that. So, you know what I'm saying? I mean, very dope, very dope, very dope album. I do have this in my collection. Honestly, any album from Teddy before the accident, you can always just always recommend it with me. But this one right here was like the first album I heard from him. Close the Door, classic. Cold Cold World, come on. It Don't Hurt Now. It's been sampled so many times. But my favorite is When Somebody Loves You Back. Love that record. Dee, 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 dee. Da, 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 da. All my BG Knockout and Dressed Up fans, y'all should know about that record too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this was a hard ass list, man. I could have easily done if I would have known you're gonna have that many. I could have easily done like a top 20 or some shit. I don't
I
know.
got one more honorable mention.
All right, all
Um,
right.
the average white band with
Oh,
Warmer Connection Communications, and the album cover you couldn't even show because the girl is naked on the album cover. But there are some joints. Your Love Is a Miracle,
yes.
Same Feeling, Different Song. She's a Dream. One Look Over My Shoulder. Sweet and Sour. So that was a dope album by the Average White Band.
I'm looking at the album cover right now. That shit is fire. Oh,
Yeah, it is.
that's some Ohio player shit. Hold
Yeah, it is.
up.
You can't show it. You know what I mean?
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. You know what? I might have to check some of these albums. We're gonna have to do a review on. I forgot
yeah,
about this record too.
yeah.
Um, yeah. See, this is why I love 70s soul, man. This is why I love 70s soul. This is why I love doing this channel because nigga want to do like a top R&B albums of 98,
Right.
97, 90. How many motherfucking lists we gonna have to that shit? Like R&B did not start with Jodeci. R&B did not start with Mary J. Blige and shit. Come on now.
Right.
And I love those acts. Puffy did not start R&B music.
Facts. I saw a
Yeah.
post where somebody was asking people name your top three black songs. I only got two. They ain't got three on this one. They ain't got three.
Wait, you
I
mean
got
black
two.
as a
Yeah, that terrible
BLACK?
album. They only got two good songs on that album. You know what I mean? Like three.
Niggas want to make a countdown of everything and shit.
Right.
Mm. But yeah, man. Yeah, some of these albums you mentioned, I definitely want to talk about in the future. I want to check out that Isaac Hayes album.
Oh yeah, that I was great for I love it. Phenomenal album.
Okay, okay, bet. Let's
Definitely.
talk about that sometime this month then. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, man. So I don't have to go back out and shit like that. My plans got so I'm chilling home for the rest of the night. Might stay on for another 5, 10 minutes. You know how we do.
Nah, she ain't got a cherry in her mouth. She in a bathtub or some shit or sauna. Her ass is showing. She ain't got no cherry in her mouth. What album cover is that?
I think I know what album cover you're talking about. I think, but I forgot the name of the album. You said that Isaac Hayes album is called "For the Sake of Love," right?
For the Sake of Love.
Oh yeah, this the joint with he did a cover "Just the Way You Are"
Yes. Oh
with
yeah,
Billy.
yeah. With the Billy Joe. I didn't care for the cover, but yeah, he did a
Yeah,
rendition of that. Yeah.
it's funny too because Barry White also covered that song 1 year later.
Mm-hmm.
The singing's like I like the Barry's version better than Isaac
Yeah.
version.
Barry White had an album out in '78 also. It just didn't make my list.
Oh, the man. Oh
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
See, we could have done a top 20, man. Shit.
Mhm.
We should do a top worst solo albums of the 70s too one
Oh
day.
God.
One day.
I don't have any. I don't have any. I can't think of any that was bad during that time.
Well, Jermaine Jackson has a few.
Come on, it's not that bad. Jermaine, he wasn't that bad.
Nah, I'm joking. I like the My Name Is Jermaine album from '76. That
Yeah,
shit's fire. And let's get serious. You can't go wrong with that.
right.
I just like picking on Jermaine. Hey yo, Mike, if you're watching this, if you're free after this video, we can do what we gotta do before I have to do what I gotta do tonight. But
You
yeah,
intrigued?
man. You said what?
Because he's intrigued. I mean, it looked like it was. I don't even think it was a real picture. It looked like it was drawn or something.
It's AI before AI.
Yeah, yeah. It didn't look like a real picture they took.
I think they drew that shit. You're right. You're right. Cause I'm looking at it now.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you a question.
Mhm.
Average White Band or the Doobie Brothers?
Oh, Doobie Brothers. Sure.
Really? Okay.
That's my group.
I gotta go with the Average White Band on this one.
They were dope. They both made it on my list. So well, I had an average white band at one point, and then I took them off, and I kept the Doobies on there and Bobby Caldwell. So
Yeah, the white people stepped up the game this year. Of
yeah,
course, aren't. By the way, Q, I'm sending you what the picture looks like and shit. I was thinking we should do 76 either next week or the week after next. I gotta work on my schedule and shit.
yeah.
But 76, that might be a top 15 for me. I'm gonna be
Right.
real. That might be a top 15. I Want You, Songs in the Key of Life.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Um, what's that one? Tales of Funkenstein, Dr. Funkenstein from Parliament.
Mhm.
Bootsy's first album. Oh my Jesus! Don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me tonight. I've already been drinking a little bit. Don't fuck with me, boy. Ah man, I love R&B music, man. R&B, man, I love that shit. Yeah, that album cover is hot as fuck, man. That shit's fire. And then so tomorrow for the Yacht Rock documentary, what time are you free tomorrow?
I don't know. I'm doing a live also on IG, so uh,
What time is your live?
it's like 8. I want to do
Oh,
it before 8 though.
yeah, yeah. Let's do it 5 or 6. I'm down for that. 'Cause
Okay.
I gotta go to a party tomorrow night possibly. And then I gotta take Tamaya to Sanford tomorrow morning and shit too. She lucky I love her. I never actually told her that in person. Why did I just really say that? Oh wow. But yeah, I gotta rewatch that Yacht Rock documentary.
Mhm.
One of the best documentaries I've seen, to be real with you.
Yeah.
Still gotta talk about that SNL documentary. I might do that sometime this month. Mm. That's one thing we educate and we entertain in this bitch. Let's see what y'all talking about. Welcome to the chat, Kenny Mack. He said, "Time is My Song" by Marvin Gaye. Oh yeah, that's a great song. Um, Johnny Wilder is the most underrated R&B singer of all time. I agree with you, Q. I feel like he's one of the most underrated. I mean, just listen to him singing "Always and Forever." I mean, it's a shame what happened to him. How he got paralyzed. It's a shame though, but hey, He Wave still left up with some great music. What else y'all motherfuckers talking about? There's a few more people. Dartmouth said favorite Mary J. Blige remix. Mm. Probably I'm Going Down remix.
What's the phone one with Biggie?
Oh, that's a classic. Mary J. Blige, the queen of the remix. Honestly, yeah, she is the queen of the remixes. Fuck it. Cause Mariah, she has some shitty remixes here and there. Alright, let's see what y'all motherfucker. Enigma, what's up? Miguel's Kaleidoscopic. Yeah, that album was fire. That album was fire. What the fuck is Miguel now and shit? What the hell? I thought he was dropping some new shit soon. That's the motherfucker we need to drop an album, Miguel.
Mhm.
It's like once he kicked that white girl, people just like kind of forgot about it. So he just had to kick a white girl and shit. Q said, "What is the worst R&B album from the '70s?" Ooh, pretty much any R&B album where any artist full out went disco. I'm gonna be real with you, and I'm not counting like the Diana album, Off the Wall. I'm counting like anytime these motherfuckers really just wanted to be full fledged disco and shit, like some Rod Stewart. Do you think I'm sexy kind of shit? Ugh, I know that's your boy.
I like a couple songs from him, man. They say he was my boy. Mm.
Oh man. All right, man. It's a few more people now about to be out. Have you heard of the R&B singer Margie Joseph? That name sounds so familiar. I thought you meant Margie Hendrix from the Ray Charles girl group, but nah. I was like, that name sounds so familiar. Name a couple of songs if you can.
Huh?
No, I think Ray had asked Kenny Mac, have you heard of this underrated singer named Margie Joseph?
Nah, I never heard of.
You know you're an R&B singer. Your name is Margie. Margie, Natalie, Aretha. Oh, another plane got caught on fire. Oh wow. I was
Another one?
wondering what I was wondering about them plane crashes and plane incidents. I was like, they've been
It's like
quiet for
every
a minute.
every week.
They've been quiet for a whole minute and shit. Damn. Let me stop. Q said, what was the reason Ray Parker sued Huey Lewis? Well, Huey Lewis sued Ray Parker first because he felt like Ray plagiarized the Ghostbusters song with that trash ass song "I Need a New Drug." But that went,
They don't sound like her.
it don't sound alike. That
No,
went like out of court. But Ray Parker Jr. kept talking shit. I mean, Huey Lewis kept talking shit about Ray Parker, and Ray Parker had a clause where he said, if motherfucker mentioned the case before it's actually over, he can actually have to sue him. So he sued him and stuff like that. So boss moves.
they don't even sound alike.
Thank you. Mind you, Huey Lewis and News is trash. Ray Parker is
I
dope.
mean, I like Huey. Well, I liked his songs in the '80s. I don't know what he's dropping now, but I don't think those two songs sound alike though.
They don't. They don't, honestly.
So who won the trial? Who won the trial?
Ray, like a black man taking a white man in court and winning. Oh, come on.
Right, right.
That's black history right there, dude. Like,
It's usually the other way around.
right?
You know,
Y'all heard what happened with Lou Reed and Tribe Called Chris?
I mean,
Nigga took the whole publishing for
mm,
that
mm,
one
mm.
sample. And mind you, that Walk on a Wild Side wasn't even one of my favorite Lou Reed songs and shit. Shit. Mm-mm-mm. All right. Well, I'm gonna end this off right here because I got shit I gotta do. But this has been a fun ass video. So tomorrow, maybe at 5 p.m., we're gonna do a quick thoughts on this whole yacht rock documentary that came out. I want to say it came out like a couple months ago, and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? And then Saturday we're gonna do No Doubt's Tragic Kingdom review and stuff like that too. So really can't wait to talk about Tragic Kingdom because I got a lot to say about that album. This Sunday, be on the lookout for the French Connection double review. I gotta talk to Mike about that. I'll let y'all know what time Sunday is. I gotta get my schedule for Sunday. But anything you want to say before we head out?
Going live at 8 tomorrow night with Nick from Impulse Movies. He has a movie channel on YouTube, but we're gonna be doing like a bad boy ranking.
What,
So
what, what?
I think that's
A bad boy ranking.
a
You didn't
bad
ask
boy
me.
ranking. Well, it's not the movie, the actual label.
I know, and you didn't ask me.
Well, you said you go to a party, so I mean, you ain't gonna be able to
I'm
make it.
going like 10 p.m., 11 p.m. and shit.
You ain't gonna be able to make it if you go to the party, right?
No, the party don't start till 9 p.m. You know I'm gonna get there like 2 hours after the party starts and shit.
Right, we're doing a bad boy ranking post Biggie and Craig Mack. There's no Biggie and Craig Mack albums involved. This is just the
Oh,
best bad boy albums after Biggie and Craig Mack. The top five.
if I do it, would y'all be done at least by 10 p.m. or
We're gonna
no?
be done before then because Instagram have a Instagram got a time limit, so
Remind me.
you
I,
know
I, I want in. I want in on this shit.
8 p.m. Instagram live, and he does his music videos for his channel too. So this
Yeah.
is like the first time me and him gonna be doing something on Instagram, and it'll be fun. I want to see his list because he already said some shit. I'm like, you got that top five? So
So y'all doing top five or top 10?
top five bad boy rap releases after Biggie and Craig Mack.
Yo,
Yeah,
let me know it. I'm down for that one.
yeah.
I'm I'm down for that one because y'all ain't ready for my list. That's all I want to say.
Lord. Can only
Um,
imagine what's going on.
I ain't gonna have no double up on maze or some shit.
Nah, nope, nope.
Hmm. All right. Well,
I'm after I'm gonna just upload it to my channel on Saturday. So
okay.
you know what I mean. People that missed it, they can watch it on my channel.
No one has ever done a list like that before, so
No,
I'm
I
interested.
know. And that's the last time I'm talking anything Bad Boy. So unless it's some special shit that we do with Bad Boy, that's the last of it. So
So you don't want to talk about Mason's new album that's coming out the day Diddy's
no,
trial start?
nope. I ain't listening to it. He ain't fooling me twice. I'm good. Nope,
It
I'm
might
good.
be a banger. You never know.
Nah, I doubt it. He disappointed me since '97. So
I bet you he gonna call the album "Free at Last." I bet you.
I ain't hear nobody talk. What? Who's on the album? He ain't released no track listing, no features. We don't know shit about this album.
Hmm.
You know what I'm
The
saying?
world. These
So,
questions and many more will be answered in next week's episode of Soap.
yeah.
Let me stop. Mm. But other than that, thank you so much. And yeah, I do apologize for coming a little late and stuff like that. But thank y'all so much for watching. I'll see y'all motherfuckers tomorrow. Peace.
Peace.